What's the most unforgivable thing a nurse ever did? She injected air into my IV line while looking me straight in the eyes, and I realized in that moment she was trying to unalive me. I wasn't supposed to be awake. The surgery had ended hours ago, but something went wrong with the anesthesia, and I woke up paralyzed, unable to move or speak, but completely aware. It's called anesthesia awareness, and it's the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced. I could feel the cold metal of the surgical table against my back, hear the beeping of monitors, and see the harsh lights above me, but I couldn't scream when they started cutting. I couldn't flinch when they pulled and prodded inside me. I just lay there, trapped in my own body, silently begging for someone to notice I was conscious. When they finished, they wheeled me to recovery. That's when she came in, the night nurse with the cold eyes. She checked my chart and then leaned close to my face. "Still with us, aren't you?" she whispered. "I can tell. Your eyes are different from the truly unconscious." My heart monitor spiked, the only way my body could scream for help. She glanced at it and smiled. "Don't worry, no one's coming. They'll think it's just post-op stress." She pulled a syringe from her pocket, not from the medical tray, from her pocket. "You know what an air embolism is?" she asked, flicking the syringe. "When air enters your bloodstream, it can block blood flow to your organs, your heart, your lungs, your brain. It looks natural, like a complication. No one will suspect anything." She inserted the needle into my IV port, and I watched helplessly as she prepared to push the plunger. My mind was screaming, but my body remained still. "You're wondering why," she said, reading the panic in my eyes. "Your husband, he was my patient 6 months ago, terminal cancer. He begged me for more pain medication, but the doctor had strict orders. I watched him suffer for weeks because of protocol. And where were you? Too busy with work to even visit most days." I remembered my husband's last weeks, how I'd taken on extra shifts to pay for his treatments, how I'd sleep in my car between hospital visits, but she'd only seen my absence, not my desperation. As she started pushing the plunger, a tear escaped my eye, the first movement I'd managed. She paused, surprised. "Interesting, you shouldn't be able to cry." She leaned closer. "Can you feel this?" She pinched my arm hard. Another tear fell. The paralytic was wearing off, but too slowly. She smiled and continued pushing the air into my IV. "It won't matter. By the time you can speak, the damage will be done." I focused everything I had on my right hand, willing just one finger to move. The monitor beeped faster as my heart raced. Just as she finished injecting the air, my index finger twitched. Barely a movement, but enough to catch the eye of a resident passing by. He stepped in, concerned about my heart rate. "Everything okay in here?" "Fine," she said, pocketing the empty syringe, just checking her IV. But my finger moved again, more deliberately this time. The resident noticed and came closer. "Is she waking up already?" "Impossible," the nurse said. "She's heavily sedated." The resident checked my eyes with his pen light, then looked alarmed. "She's conscious. Get the attending now." What happened next was chaos. I managed to mouth air and four before the pain hit, searing, crushing pain in my chest as the air bubble reached my heart. The last thing I heard before they rushed me back to surgery was the resident shouting, "She's coding!" and someone detain that nurse. I survived, barely. The air embolism caused a minor stroke and damaged my heart. When I could finally speak, I told them everything. They found the empty syringe in her pocket, and security cameras had captured her taking it from the medication room. At her trial, they discovered she'd done this before. 3 other unexplained deaths on her shifts, all patients whose family members she judged as neglectful. She'd appointed herself judge, jury, and executioner, based on glimpses of lives she knew nothing about.